Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we are running another Orgoth, the Relentless deck. We're using more Duke Devlin, this time with a new skill. This deck's a little bit more of a meme than the last one was. The last one was actually pretty good with Go Keys, but this one's a little more focused on Orgoth, and it's a bit more of a meme, but it's still actually pretty good and pretty cool. So we're using Crest deployment. What that does is you roll a die, and then if the result is less than the current turn count, so it's got to be less than, it can't be the same, play one Orgoth Relentless from your hand. It can only be used once per duel. So if you're at turn 4, that's about a 50% chance you can just play your Orgoth from your hand. It doesn't take your normal summon, just gets them on out there. Very cool little skill. As such, we're running 3 Orgoth the Relentless. Now, instead of just relying on our skill, we do have a second way to bring him out without waiting for later turns. We could do this first turn if we need to. We're using Gaia the Fierce Knight Origin. He's treated as 2 tributes for the tribute of a warrior type, so that already works with Orgoth's level 7. But you can only use this effect once per turn. You can send 1 level 5 or higher monster from your hand, just monster in general, from your hand, special summon this card from your hand. So you can throw away, we're using a Lancia, who you can tribute on your opponent's turn, and they cannot vanish. We're using Temperance, who will work as a Karibo. You will be protected from damage. They're level 6 and level 5, so you can send them to the graveyard, special summon your Origin. That's enough for your Orgoth. You could normal summon your Orgoth. Now, what do you do with your Orgoth? You flip his die. You get to roll a 6-sided die 3 times. You get 100 times the total. So usually, you could get up over 4,000. But if 2 of the results are the same, you get to apply one of these effects. 1 and 2, if you get 2 1s or 2 2s, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect until the end of your opponent's turn. If you get 2 3s or 2 4s, you get to draw 2 cards. If you get 2 5s or 2 6s, this card gets to directly attack this turn. Now, if you get all 3 were the same, you get to apply all of the effects at once. So if you get really lucky, he's just a super crazy monster. Pretty cool to play with. But yeah, so you get these high-level monsters to discard with your Origin. That special summons Origin. You can normal summon your Orgoth, or you just wait for Crest deployment, get your Orgoth out. So how are we supporting him? We're using Assault Armor, equipped only to a monster or a warrior monster. That's the only monster you control, so you can only have the Orgoth. But generally, your field's going to look like that anyway. Gains 300, but during your main phase 1, you can send this equip card to the graveyard to allow the equipped monster to attack twice during each battle phase this turn. So, you get him nice and fat. He gets to attack twice. Maybe he's even attacking directly. It's nice and crazy. Perfect for this monster. So, we're already using 3 Temperance. We pepper in more Kiteroids, so we can really just survive till our Crest deployment is nice and up there, or we're usually waiting to draw into our Orgoth. I really need a good way to search this boy, but it's a little difficult. And then yeah, just some Mystical Space Typhoon. I tried Forbidden Lance, but this is a better deck for Mystical Space Typhoon. It even works with Lancia. You can set your Lancia, set a Space Typhoon, then on your opponent's turn destroy your own Lancia. You got 2300 defense, special summon to the field. So there's a lot of synergy with this deck. It's pretty cool, and it is just a pure focus of Orgoth. So yeah, nice. I really like a lot of Duke Devlin skills, as funny as it is, because he even has a gratis skill, and you guys may not know this because I wasn't making videos way back then, but I used to make a bunch of gratis decks, so I'm excited to get back to that. So yeah, pretty cool little character. Even with a new box coming out, this is still a little more interesting to me. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Taya Gardner, the old school Taya Gardner, going second. You generally want to go second, but of course there are first turn plays. So we have a Mystical Space Typhoon, our Assault Armor, and an Orgoth. So we just need to survive to a later turn or pull into an Origin. We're going to pass our turn as our opponent just set monster in the back row. He's going into Ritual Beast, ult Canahawk. He's going to return his 2, and then search Canna. He forgot to banish one, I guess, so he did it out of turn. Has to just swing with a 1400 monster, and that's going to mean trouble for him. Now we're at turn 4. We get an Origin, so we're going to Mystical Space Typhoon his back row. It was a Karma cut, guys. Bring out the Origin. Origin counts as 2 tributes for a warrior monster. That means we get an immediate Orgoth. We get to throw away the Temperance while we did it. So we still have another Orgoth in our hand who can jump out with Crest deployment. Now, we get our first boy out. We do have the Assault Armor. We're going to use his effect. We get a 3, 2 3s, and a 4. That means we get to draw 2 cards. We draw a Kiteroid and a Temperance with another Orgoth. That means we could survive till Crest deployment's over 6, and we'll for sure have the summon of an Orgoth. But it doesn't matter, as we get high enough with the double attack from Assault Armor to hit for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba, going second. Poor boy is trying to catch a rank up. He's using life point boost. We have a live Origin with an Orgoth in our hand, so our opponent's in some trouble. He's using Cerulean Sacred Phoenix. Really don't see that too often at all. So we're going to special summon our Origin by throwing away our Temperance. Normal summon Orgoth, because Origin counts as 2 tributes for a warrior. We get a cutscene for Orgoth. Brand new cutscene, we'll let it play through. He's got constellations in the background. Now we use his effect. We get a 5, 2 5s, 3 5s. That means we get every one of his effects. So we draw 2, set our Mystical Space Typhoon. We're able to attack directly for 4k. He has 5k life, but we're able to attack directly for 4k. Now, why didn't we attack the monster? He would have just respawned. He tries to destroy us. Couldn't destroy us, guys. 1 and 2, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Rolling those 3 5s, we had every one of his effects. We drew 2, attacked directly, and weren't destroyed. We literally used every one of his effects. It's absolutely crazy. Use his effect again. We get a 6, a 1, and a 5. So no bonus this time. But we normal summon an Origin, set another Typhoon, 700 damage, and then 1600 damage for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba going second. He's full Seto Kaiba, using Ultimate Dragons. So we have a Gaia and 2 Orgoths and a Kiteroid to help us wait. Our opponent is set too, so we don't have to hurry. But we are gonna hurry. We throw away the Lancia, bring out our Origin. He's gonna Econ take, get rid of his Stone of Ancients, get rid of our Origin. Worth it all the same because we didn't have to lose our Orgoth. We're just losing an Origin, so by all means that works for us. Now he's gonna normal summon a Sage with Eyes of Blue. It's gonna give him a Stone of Legend. Now he's going to Synchro into an Azure Eyes in defense position. Then he's gonna use the Stone of Ancients to add a Blue Eyes to his hand. He's gonna reveal that Blue Eyes. Bust out an alternative dragon. Goes with Power the Guardian. So you see that card a whole bunch in lower ranks, but it's generally pretty easy to get around. So here, he destroys our Origin. We're gonna go with Crest deployment turn forward, so 50% chance, and we hit it with the 1. Now we're going to use Orgoth the Relentless's effect. We get a 1. We get a 5 and a 6, so pretty high. Enough to destroy his Silver Dragon, and we call it a turn. Now, Origin has another effect. Origin's going to be able to return you to your original attack, even when you're equipped with Power of the Guardian. So use it on his alternative dragon. He's down to 3,000. He still has the counters, but he cannot go any higher. He has to stay at 3,000. We get a Lancia now. We're going to set it. Use Orgoth the Relentless once again. He's going to Shadow Spell, so we can't attack, but we can use our effects. So we go 3, 3, 2 3s means we get to draw 2 cards. We get a Mystical Space Typhoon and another Origin. So there's a couple things I could do. I could Mystical Space Typhoon that Shadow Spell, but that only frees up our Orgoth. It doesn't fix the alternative. So we're gonna bring out our Gaia by throwing away one of our Orgoths. We bring out another Orgoth with the cutscene. Through the skill, or sorry, through the Gaia tribute. use his skill now. 3, 2, 5, so no extra bonus, but we're up to 3,500. We've got a Mystical Space Typhoon, that Power of the Guardian. Now the alternative dragon is Toast, and we move on with the turn. So now he's gonna Red Eyes Fusion. This guy is just all over the place. He goes with a Red Eye Slash Dragon, but remember, what does Origin do? He returns you to your original attack. So he's gonna get buffed up to 3k, but now he's gonna get returned to 2,800, whether he likes it or not. Even if you negate the Origin, he's down to 2,800, and he kamikazes into my stuck Orgoth. So we still have our free Orgoth. We got a Temperance now. We're going with Orgoth. If we get 2 5s or 6s, we can attack directly. We get a 1. There's 1 5 and a 1. So 2 1s mean we cannot be destroyed by battle or a card effect. So we're going to pass the turn. We're not going to swing into a Stone of Legend yet. We know that's exactly what it is. And now our patience pays off as we top deck into a Gaia. We get a 5, a 4, and a 6. Super fat at 4k damage. Normal summon the Origin, swing at that little Stone of Legend. Now he is vulnerable for that big 4k. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Kite Tenjo. Going second. Definitely a second turn deck. But you can go first with Mystical Space Typhoon, Lancia sets, first turn Orgoth, who get defensive, all that great stuff. Here we're fighting Heretic. Doing some Heretic stuff, bringing out some crazy dragons. We top deck in Origin, so we're able to throw away Lancia, bring out the Origin. Origin counts as 2 tributes. That means Orgoth is live super early without the skill. That means we can count on the skills to come back with just a 1-card Orgoth we're able to summon. Really makes the deck functional. So here's our first boy. We're going to use his effects. Here, our boy's got a Heretic Seal, which negates our poor boy, and he's destroyed. So we already lost 1 Orgoth. But like I said, he was done with our Gaia. So we're going to still be able to use our Crest deployment and bring him out. Now he's going with an Atum. Atum's going to special summon another dragon from the deck. Tributes the 2 of them for the normal summon of a Heretic Sun. Sue brings out another Sun Dragon. He goes 2 level 8s into Sky Prison. Now, Origin has a second effect, Gaia Origin. He will return a monster to its original attack. Now, he's well over his original attack because it gains 100 attack and defense for each monster in the graveyard. But you hit him with Origin, this can be used in the damage step, and he's down to 2,100 once again. We did have a Temperance, we could have used it, but we don't. Now we go Crest Deployment at 4, you have a 50% chance to do this. So we roll a 2, it means we busted it, we get 3, 1, and 1. So very low attack, only 3,000. We actually wouldn't have been over this monster if it wasn't for our Gaia Origin. So he top decks a Search, obviously not going to be enough, and he scoops. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba going second. No sleeper map for a boy, he is showing Ultimate Dragons though. We have Assault Armor, we have an Orgoth with a Temperance and a Kiteroid, so we could last some turns. We don't even have to bring out our Gaia, because Temperance and Kiteroid are going to make us last a long time. Now we top deck our Orgoth, we're going to throw away the Temperance with the Origin. That counts as 2 tributes for our Orgoth. We get a brand new cutscene, he's the strongest monster in all of Dungeon Dice monsters. It's pretty much just a basic knight, but that's really all you need when you're rolling dice. So, we get a 4, a 2, and a 4. So 2 4s mean we get to draw 2 cards. Nothing too crazy, but we do have an Assault Armor, which means we get to remove it, attack once, and attack twice over our opponent's bluffed back row. So, this is a meme for sure. This is for sure a meme deck. It just revolves around your Orgoth. So there's going to be times you're just going to lose to a pure Karma Cut, or you're just not, you're going to roll up Crest Deployment and not be able to summon your Orgoth, or just little things like that to keep it from a meta standard. But it's so much fun, especially if you like this character and this monster. Gets it out great. snake some winds, double attack with assault armor. Super cool stuff, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.